Genesis 4:19. Vayikach lo lemech shetei nashim shem ha'achat ada v'shem ha'shenit zilah. The subject is lemech, and we use from the previous verse Lamech. Lamech and Lamech took for himself 2 women, or 2 wives. The name of the one is Ada, and the name of the second is Zilah. One of the things that happens often in the Hebrew scriptures, or at least often enough, is a cardinal, the number 1, ha'achat, so the one, begins a list, and then it's followed by one of the ordinals, in this case, the second. It's a little bit unusual, but I would just write this off as an ancient Hebraism. But this is one of the things we saw in Genesis chapter 1. Yom Echad, day 1, versus the second day, third day, and so on. And remember the unusual form of the term Isha in the plural. It looks like this, and especially unusual is this masculine-looking ending, Nashim. But this is just one. A lot of these regular old terms have inverted-looking endings and so on. Just have to keep it in mind. And the verse begins with Vayikach. This is a little bit unusual, and we just need to learn this because of its strangeness. But we treat the word lakach as though it were a pay noon verb. And that is to say, the lamed acts as though it's a noon. So in this case, we can see easily enough that it's a vav consecutive imperfect 3ms. All of that's easy enough. But explaining this dagesh in the kov, well, that's assimilating as though it were a noon. So this is just a kal, but it has the sort of the pei noon form. And this is based on the analogy of Natan. And I think the thought here is that lakach, to take and to give, are so common that the lamed kind of confuses itself with the noon and acts like the noon. Now in this case, Genesis 4:19, we have just matter-of-factly, the story is, Lamech takes for himself 2 wives. And so this is very much characteristic of the way things go in Genesis. There's just some realities that don't jive with the later Torah of Moses.